165センチ、60.80キロ、堀口恭司。
Listen to this ovation for Kyoji Horiguchi. I know I'm making those flowers comments, but with Carrie Melendez here and Jill Trigg here, you guys better find some flowers. I got nothing to worry about. My wife's back home in Canada, so
I got one. I'm good.
You guys are having a good time out here. I like it. I like it.
Here we go, gentlemen.
My goodness, this is going down.
Judge.
Jason Herzog better have those sneakers ready to go here. Let's go. Kick right up the middle by Caldwell. Horiguchi's already feinting, switching his stance.
Yeah, the movement already from Horiguchi, moving side to side, switching stances.
Caldwell's already picking up the pace here, closes the distance. Here's what Gilbert was talking about, the ropes. The same thing with Frank. You guys got to be careful.
Right here. Stop. Oh, wait.
Like I said, see, now they're trying to adjust. Both guys have readjusted their grips.
Trip there by Caldwell.
Hand control.
This is not where you want to be.
Now Caldwell on top here.
What does Horiguchi need to do here, guys, to ensure he gets some separation here? Because Caldwell's going to be all over him.
He's got to get that leg free. His right leg is caught underneath right now. Over the top, rather. He's got to get that leg free if he has any hope of getting up, because Caldwell's just too tall. He's going to keep him sucked down and use that leg as a trip.
Back to speed, looking to have Caldwell slide off. Needs to face him. Pull that right arm across his body and face him. Kills the hand. Now he's in for his own takedown.
What do you think?
The leg there. Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
I was going to say, do you think it's a good idea for him to try to step in and take Caldwell down now in this position?
I think if he can get the takedown and get on top of Caldwell, sometimes great wrestlers aren't so good off their back, but Caldwell's obviously the better wrestler and might win these exchanges.
He does have the arm there now. Trying to turn it around, looking for the crank.
Looking for that Kimura grip.
Oh, he's got it. It's behind the elbow. Horiguchi now is trying to pull it out, just making sure that... Ooh. Oh, he's cranking it over. He's caught in the rope, though. He had to let go. He was forced to let go. Jason Herzog will stop us now and turn them around, or at least bring them to the center of the mat. Likely turn their bodies away from the ropes. Caldwell's caught there. Gotta wonder what's going through Caldwell's mind right now, thinking, man, this ropes thing is killing me.
This way. Heads in.
Definitely the first time he stopped the momentum of a fight this way.
Ready?
For him, besides an illegal blow. Wow. Horiguchi looking to get that underhook, trying to get some space here to get up.
Oh. So he gets out because he went for the knee. If he didn't go for the knee, he would have held Horiguchi down. Because he went for the knee, it gave Horiguchi a way to get out.
Yeah, very good point.
But that's Caldwell's game. Like he's not willing to make sacrifices, looking for the big finish, looking for the big explosion.
And it's neat to see him try to adapt to the rules and go for the knee to the grounded opponent. Why not go for it?
Just under 2 minutes to go here, opening round, championship fight here, bantamweight title. One of these men will walk away with some gold. Remember, this is not a 5-round fight, it's a 3-round fight. Until Horiguchi sizing up the distance here. He's got to make up some ground, being the smaller fighter, the shorter fighter. Not an easy thing to do, but generally speaking, if you want to talk old school guys, that overhand right's going to start flying.
So Horiguchi really trying to throw the feints and trying to get Caldwell to bite so he can maybe counter or see some sort of tell.
I will say this, Caldwell has definitely slowed down. It's only been 3 minutes in this first round now. He had a short training camp. I don't think it's time for this fight to 2 weeks notice.
Oh, there's the overhand left there. Overhand hook. Caldwell laughs it off. So that connected.
So what's that mean, Gilbert? What's that mean? He's laughing it off. What's that mean?
Well, you never know, man. Some people embrace the moment, laugh it off, or it means he landed a good shot.
Every time I'd hit somebody, they'd laugh it off. I'm like, oh yeah, I got him. Now I know I can get him again.
Nice kick to the body there. Drops his opponent. footwork by Horiguchi is something else.
Isn't it? Still moving and bouncing, always feinting.
8-inch reach disadvantage, and he's still able to get in and get out. I mean, 8 inches is a huge amount of space to move athletically. That's a lot of space.
Yeah, that's probably why he's not pulling the trigger as much as well.
Depends on what Herzog's going to do here, but I think he did yell stop before Caldwell got there. Yeah, so we're going to just keep this one standing. Here we go. Interesting first round of the books, gentlemen. Very difficult to score. Let's remember that these are not scored in the unified rules of MMA. It's going to be the duration of the fight. But if we're going to take a look to say, you know what, who's ahead right now? Do you give it to Caldwell or do you give it to Horiguchi?
Well, you know, if you're asking me first, I think I'm going to give it to Caldwell. He had that Kimura in, and he worked that lock. And I think in the Japanese MMA, we call those catches or attempt submissions. They score that heavily. And one of the things I do respect out here, along with that takedown, some really good scrambling though. Horiguchi seemed to get a little bit more comfortable with the fight as it went on.
And I got to agree with you that there was a knockdown. He hit that body kick, and it did drop Caldwell. There was only one knockdown. Everything else he had to do, even though he looked great doing it, Horiguchi was mainly defensive the entire first round. So as of right now, if he had to score the entire fight, we have to give it to Caldwell.
Yeah, in essence, the best way to look at it, ladies and gentlemen, is who did what, or who got closer to finishing the fight. It's a fight. It is mixed martial arts, but it is a fight. The purpose of the fighting is to end the fight. And if we're looking at a scenario where somebody had to go through more defense, it was Horiguchi when that lock was on.
And I will say Horiguchi looks very comfortable in the ring, and Caldwell is still filling it out and adjusting to this ring, it seems that. But he's doing a fantastic job. Both fighters are putting on a great show.
Horiguchi sprinting out of his corner already. Frank, what do you think, Mike Thomas Brown basically said to Horiguchi going into the second round?
Keep up what you're doing. When Caldwell attacks, you know he's going to try and take a takedown. If he drops his head, wow, right to that takedown.
Just explosive.
If he drops his head, he's trying to take you down. If he throws his feet up, he's going to try to jump into that jumping knee or a jumping kick. You have to watch out for those on the way up and then the way down.
Yeah,
Gilbert, he's loving those knees.
He is. That overhand right to a double leg takedown. And like Trick said, he was on top holding him down and waited for Horiguchi to come up, and he went to go for the knee strikes. And now he's in a body lock. But impressive for Horiguchi to get back to his feet.
Trip right there by Caldwell. That's just beautiful technique.
That's some high-level wrestling right there.
Controlling his opponent as Caldwell, keeping him down, looking for the opportunity, either go for that submission or feed him some leather.
I think it's the first time that I can recall that Caldwell has somebody he's competing against that when he takes him down, they don't stay down. Like everybody else he's taken down. He's Joe Warren included. He's a great wrestler. He's taking him down, and they've kind of got caught underneath him. And so far, at least in the two takedown attempts, Horiguchi hasn't been caught underneath him. He's been getting up. Now, of course, he went for Kimura on one of them, and then ended up missing that. But he definitely is trying to keep Horiguchi down, and Horiguchi's not let him do it.
Gilbert, the risk for Horiguchi to try and get out of these positions, because it is Japanese MMA, is you risk a soccer kick, you risk a knee, but you also can't stay in this position because the clock is ticking.
You're absolutely right, and you have to get up. You have to try to get up. You can't just sit there and let the time go by. You got to figure a way to get up, and in Japanese MMA, you have to figure a way to protect your chin in the process, protect your whole body from the soccer kicks, from the knees to the head, to the grounded opponent. It's the adjustment you have to make. It's very pure MMA out here.
Caldwell basically had a strange mount in 45-degree angle, and Horiguchi was just using his hips to pull, get out. The Caldwell right now is all over him, Frank, with just a wet blanket.
So he's definitely winning this round still. He's definitely winning the fight, but he's not able to do any kind of damage because he's having to hold on to Horiguchi so hard. Every time he lets go to try to punch or strike, Horiguchi moves and gets out and gets in a completely better position.
That's such a great point by Trick here. Caldwell, if he does give him that little bit of space, if he rides him, he can ride him out. But if he gets the space to do a knee strike or a punch, that gives Horiguchi the space to get up.
And he's so fast, he immediately gets away. It's a very interesting concept. They're like, I have this guy down, but I can only hold him down and make it boring. I can't finish him.
He's got his back there now. In terms of the fatigue level here, Caldwell's just holding on. He doesn't have to use
that much energy in terms of what Horiguchi has to do, who's constantly just trying to get out, while his opponent's just holding him in.
It's a lot more energy by Horiguchi.
I don't know, Joe. I may beg to differ, guys. I think sometimes holding and squeezing someone here can be very tiring with your grip of holding this man down. And they both are working here. And sometimes wrestlers fatigue trying to ride so that fighter gets to his feet and forces him to strike.
I mean, look where Horiguchi is right now. He started at the other end of the ring and just scooted, and Caldwell all over him, keeping control there. We're under a minute and a half to go here, round number 2, but Caldwell now has his opponent in his corner. Eric Del Fierro just giving some advice here.
Action!
Oh, Herzog's basically saying, actually, he wants to see more. Do you blame him, guys?
No, honestly, because Caldwell has not gone up to try to finish the fight. There's been no position where you're like, okay, he's really trying to finish this fight. Right now, at least from my broadcast view, it looks like all he's trying to do is hold him down.
Action!
Less than a minute to go here. Herzog once again wants action. He wants to see a bit more here.
I like that Caldwell, he has that body lock and at the same time controlling the arm. It was pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, a little key lock across the way because he's so long, he's able to get that a lot.
Yeah, you know, Horiguchi scoring some points off here, striking, and I wouldn't be surprised for someone to give a round to someone striking off their bottom, especially in the home field of Japan.
Well, you look at it because remember, they're judging the whole fight as a whole here, which is a little bit harder of a concept as Americans. We're always like, oh, this round, this is how the fight goes. That this is actually, in my mind, the way that these guys judge these rounds, that Horiguchi technically is winning this fight. He's the one actually doing more damage.
It's not much damage, but it is something other than being held down.
Yes, someone's attempting to finish. I understand the argument. You know, it's definitely up for debate. You know how one could see it.
So at this point, the fight's going to end. You know, the round's going to end. It's even. Now the fight's even. Now we're going to the third round. What's going to happen, right? And now both guys have to kind of worry. If this goes to judge's scorecard, am I right that it's even and I won the third round, or am I wrong that it's not even and he won both the rounds and I'm really behind? I got to get a finish. Like now this comes into the corner game. You got 1 minute to figure this out. It's like, hey, look, Horiguchi, you got to go and finish this guy, otherwise you're going to lose. Or they're going, hey, look, it's a split. Right now it's even. You just got to win this next round. It's a different concept. It's a different panic mode.
Yeah. I'd assume both cornermen are saying we got to win this round. We got to go for the kill. We need to do something big.
It'd be interesting to see how both of these gentlemen come out now. Like you guys said, in the third and final round, this fight could go either way. You know, are you in Caldwell's corner saying, you know what, you won that round as well. You're up 2-0. Or are you saying, like you guys said, no, it's 1-1. We got to get a finish here. We got to do something in this round to ensure that these judges give us this fight. And if you're in Horiguchi's corner, dude, you got held up. He was all over you. Do not engage with this guy. Be careful. Don't overcommit, because it was the overcommitment of the right hand that caused the problem for Caldwell to go in there and take him down.
I'm wondering, now that we've seen 2 rounds and Herzog has seen how Caldwell works on top, if we're going to see a lot more stand-ups.
I believe so.
I was actually surprised we didn't get a stand-up that round.
Here we go for the Rizin Bantamweight Championship. Darrion Caldwell in the white shorts. Kyoji Horiguchi in the black shorts. One of these men will have gold wrapped around their waist tonight. Horiguchi's loading up that back leg there, guys.
Oh, wow. That was solid.
Might have hurt him a little.
The way he didn't move out of that corner. No, he's okay.
Oh, hit him something there. But down he goes. This is not what Horiguchi wanted, but now Caldwell has to do something here, guys. We're not even a minute into this third round. He gets his takedown, but he's got to do something with it.
I agree. Maybe he should let go, try to get that big knee that we've seen. But again, we know the risk of going for that big knee. Gives Horiguchi the time to get back to his feet. And now he's attempting that guillotine.
He's got that guillotine in there. He's trying to squeeze it in there, Frank.
The back of his neck is free. Looks like he's going to get out of it.
Oh, he's down! Oh, my God!
Goodness!
Kyoji Horiguchi has become the Rizin Bantamweight champion. He just took out Darrion Caldwell. He was dominated. He was held down. One small error by Darrion Caldwell, exposing his head, exposing his neck, and Horiguchi jumped all over it.
He snuck that in. I didn't know how deep that was. Only Caldwell knows how deep that was.
You saw the back of his neck, and usually he sees the back of somebody's neck. It's like it was going to get out because there's so much space in there. And right when I said it, he started tapping. So now he has to talk about he's upset.